อะไรก็
โอเคครับ let's start เลยครับ
Okay, let's start. So this is a draft report นะครับที่ทีมของเราไป survey นะครับ so the area we survey นะครับมี echo from your side, Sukri? No. Okay, someone's computer echo is coming back, sound echo. So our report covers all area, Wing A, Wing B, Lotus Wing D, Building E, G, Ocean Club, cold room, laundry, and a general area as well. So this is just a brief summary what we need to do, but I'll go into a little bit more. So we have a two-part, Kunsuchat and team. One part is we call is a general facility. So what we see in the kitchen, whether it's a flooring, whether it's ceiling, whether it's MEP related to the kitchen equipment. So then we have a reference picture, what we see at the site, what is our comment, and what we should have ideally. Whether we do all these recommendation we follow and correct or not, that will depend on the budget and bigger picture. But first left-hand side is our finding and right-hand side is a recommendation. And then we can go through this. So there are about 70 pages of this, we call it general survey. So electrical cables, the socket, the drainage pipes, the ceiling in the corridor, some gas pipes, the floor drainages, and then that was just a general for whole hotel. Then this is very related to the each wing. So in each wing, for example, receiving area, it's outdoor in open air. We have issues with hygiene in terms of insect, in terms of temperature. What is our recommendation? So right-hand side picture gives some kind of a reference images, and it's easy for Punprapin's team to understand, also for the hotel operator and everyone to understand what we are talking about. So this is just related to wing A. Also with the exhaust, food, lighting, the pipes, then very similar but very specific to wing B. So in each kitchen, the problem may be, or the issues or condition may be slightly different. Some kitchen have, some floorings are better, some kitchen have tiles are okay. So we make very specific relate to the each kitchen area. So that we call is a general facility report. So cold room, also we have, this is for Ocean Beach Club, then laundry, and this is a summary of the equipment we survey and what is the condition. So total about 850 items we survey. Again, we will share this a draft report to you next week. We are still going through internal, review process. So that is the first part. Then the second part, which is another bigger report. So I will open only one of them, which is this one. So you can see my screen. Itemize equipment report.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very detailed. So all 850 equipment which I mentioned, we have a photograph, we have a dimension, we have the notes from the observation. For example, this kid, the body is rusty, a shelf or cold room. So cold room, we have a lot more detailed observation because it has a lot of systems, evaporator, condensing unit. So you can see even something like sink table, there is no drain overflow, or the faucet has a problem, or a drain lever is not working. The refrigerators, what is the condition? Gaskets not good, the shelving inside rusty, the compressor system not good, whatever. So this is with a very specific itemized comment for every single item. So wing A alone is 380 plus item, nakap. And then we have for wing B and for the Ocean Club and every kitchen equipment in the whole property, we have this report. So altogether it will be almost 900-page report, kap. And also at the bottom of each page we say suitable for reuse with cleaning and a minor repair, or not suitable because of whatever reason, or certain part of the cold room can be reused. Something like shelvings and all is very easy to reuse without much cost. So when we redesign or replan, these equipment will be easily incorporated. Some equipment we need to evaluate the cost, which need a major repair, and then we have to decide whether we want to reuse or not. And the third category is purely not suitable for reuse because it's very poor condition, it's rusting, it has a safety issue or hygiene issue. So you can see that all 300, I will quickly go through, just click through so you may see something like some refrigerators, for example, not working. And very similar report for wing B, for Ocean Kitchen, for all kitchens is very same. So this is only for wing B. So do you have any comment in general, Kun Suchan, from what you see?
Yes, I have noticed some something in the kitchen since
Yeah.
Kun Sukri visited the site.
Yeah.
I have to frankly speaking that I just never noticed before about the condition or the environmental of the kitchen.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure that is in your report or not. Like the floors, slippery floor, something like that.
Yeah, we already as I show you the first slide, which is general conditions. So if I go back to the like you said, a general report or a general condition. So if I go back to some of the pages here, so let's go to wing A so we can talk wing A. There is also a general report, but so starting
yes, it's in wing A, the main kitchen. That's the place that we visit.
Yeah. So if you so we talk about air conditioning, about the ramp, about plastic curtain, about floor drainage, the door, the floor is slippery. So for example, what you mentioned just now. So we already said,
and the slope that we have some step, that they place the tile for the different step
yeah,
to
right.
make it ramp.
Yeah, so that is also already in the cold room comments as well, where they have the steps. For example, floor here says slippery, not suitable for operation. Air conditioning is not good. The water pipes are exposed. So we have tried to capture every area. So if we go to fish meat preparation area, same comment, bakery pastry area, electrical wire. So yeah, general finish we would recommend. Generally, it's in an architect scope, but as a kitchen designer, we would say this is not current condition is not good or not suitable for a modern kitchen. So what we recommend. So that's why we give a reference picture on the side. So when we say floor is slippery on the left hand side and right hand side, we show the picture of anti-slip PU floor, more hygienic. It's a anti-slip, or you can also use a tile if owner don't want to go with PU but anti-slip tiles. So this is in our recommendation, Kunsucha.
Good. And one more point that I talked with Kun Supri at the moment we visit about
Yeah.
the under the OBC that we expect we will have change the location of the kitchen. Do you have any survey for that earlier?
Ocean Beach Club, right?
Yes, Ocean Beach Club.
Yeah, okay. So we have a survey for the equipment and we have a general survey as well. However, I saw your email today. Wing B came. We have anything for existing, what we call, okay. So this is for Ocean Beach Club pantries, fire suppression, the grease trap issues. But in terms of the location, we like to see the new master plan. I mean, we have all kind of issues, the floor drainage block, floor gullies. So all these issues are reported. But in terms of new design or new location, we have to see what landscape and interior is doing as a master plan. Where we going to get the new kitchen location? If we are at the same location, how we connect? So that is something I like to discuss in a bigger strategy. What we are going to improve. Like we talk, I don't know now what is going to be new strategy. Earlier we talked when previous designer like Alan was presenting a big massive beach club. Then the current kitchen is not going to be enough in terms of size, because the way it was shown that it's not only for a hotel guest, it is for like a beach club. Outside people also come from the outside, and if we are looking at that, we are looking at higher number, we are looking at bigger kitchen. So I don't know right now F&B strategy, whether it is P49 scope, or I also saw in one of your minute of meeting that there will be F&B consultant to do survey and give recommendation. So that is one part of operation strategy. Second part is a master planning of the architect, landscape and interior. And then we have to see, because I also saw very early time, I mean now it is not relevant because gray matter is not involved, but he had shown some freehand sketch with some area enclosed and things like that. So based on overall strategy, we have to, I think that will be a very important piece of the information to start. That grant scheme, what is a grant scheme, and where is my kitchen, and how we connect, and what size and shape I get, whether we go lower floor and expand there, or whether we use a upper floor. So that's, I don't have answer now, to be honest.
That's fine. That's fine. I just wonder if we still expect that we will use the OBC expand area of the seating, and we'll move the kitchen downstairs, and we under preparation for the Cat 5 for downstairs.
Okay, yeah.
But
So that would be
as soon
good.
as we receive, we will issue it off
Okay.
to all.
Yeah, that would be good. And as I said, I think the first part comes is the concept strategy. So FNB operation and Khon Prapin said, yes, we are going to make this beach club bigger. Like we were talking, the expanding the sitting deck on the right hand side, on the other side of the pool. Then yes, we will take that information and then we will work the kitchen plan in the basement. We connect with the dumbwaiter, whatever solution we need to work out. Yeah. Kap.
From the landscape planning for the new they say that is a sunset bar that
Yeah.
we cancel. I expected you already read the email.
Yeah.
We cancel that new
Yeah.
sunset bar.
Mhm.
So it will live as the open area for multi-purpose.
Yeah.
So don't
Yeah.
worry for the new outlet over there. We will concern the new outlet in the existing restaurant.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, from what you already prepare,
Yeah.
I think that's what we are waiting for,
Yeah.
and
Right.
hopefully the recommendation is clear enough
Yeah. I mean,
for
recommendation is clear
for
enough.
the owner and Accor to decide.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You are correct. That recommendation is based on what we find and what we should have, but it will be for owner and accord to say, for example, some area the wall tiles broken, or we are just going to repair, we're not going to redo all the tiles, or floor floor is, I think, very key thing. So when we go through this with Accor, I mean after Accor review and owner review, we can go through and say uh, what is the priority and what is the budget, right? And
Yes.
also same time I'm working with my team for a wing A, two option for the layout. So one option would be right now the main finding in our observation is also the workflow and the way they handle the material is not correct. But this was done 30 years ago, right? So now, since we are renovating, we are going to recommend the new flow, and that means quite big changes. But that may not be acceptable by owner or may not have budget for that. So let's be realistic. So that is, we call is option A, good to do it, good to have it. But option B is within the same current configuration with some small modification. Maybe we knock off small part of the wall. Maybe we modify, few small thing, and we can improve. Maybe not 100%, but it will be better than what you have. Maybe 50% better, 60% better. So that is going to be option B. I'm sure Kun Prapin may like to choose option B, but
Right.
it's our job as a consultant to show that
Yes.
if
Yes.
this was a new hotel or new built hotel, this is how it should have. Now, since we are doing a major renovation, is it good to spend money now and then not worry for next 15, 20 years because
Right.
it will be future proof? Or we spend little money and make it good to work for now, but it's not going to be good for next 15 years. So that I
Yes.
can say, but it's our job as a consultant to show both option to the owner and Accor and let them choose.
Yes.
So that is the next step we are working on, Kun Suchat, right now with my team.
Okay,ครับ. So I have another question that not related direct to your report, but
Yeah, Kap.
I have to ask.
Yeah, Kap.
In our discussion before, we expect that the stage or phase that we will lock the area for renovation
Yeah,
in
Kap.
effect to the guest and the operator to
Yeah,
use
Kap.
the other area, the other kitchen.
Yeah, Kap.
In this case, we talk about buon appetito
Yeah,
because at the wing the round one, you remember
yeah,
the
yeah,
buon
Kap.
appetito on the building E
Yeah,
have some condition that need improvement
yeah, Kap.
and some area that available for the staff
Yeah,
can use. The
yeah,
kitchen can be there.
yeah.
So what your suggestion in this case that can we improve that
Yeah,
with
I think
some idea?
yeah, like I think what we talked quite some time ago is we call is a musical chair. So we have to rotate the function. So if we are going to do, let's say, um, uh, I would choose the first area to renovate, which is less use. The reason for that is, let's say, Bon Appetito. What I understand that in low occupancy they don't open, right?
Yes.
So it it could be. There are two ways to look at. One is if we're going to close, let's say, wing A kitchen, which is a major one, but that can be done in a part. So we have to work out the strategy because one is a front of house show kitchen and the kitchen for the all day dining. And the second part is a preparation kitchen, bakery, pastry, which is another part. It can be separated in terms of operation or a construction. However, it depends on your master plan that you want to close the whole wing so that there is, all the contractors working at one time, or you say, okay, we're going to do back of house first and we can still operate front of house or something like that. Now, whatever happens to, let's say, all day dining show kitchen and the support kitchen for that, it means we have to have that function at Bon Appetito. Whether the size of the kitchen is good enough, yes. Whether seating capacity is enough or not, that probably the hotel team have to answer. That what is their plan if they have to use when wing A is closed for a breakfast or for a meal period. Now we can do this temporary plan how it will be operated.
And what you expect the time frame or timeline for this is little improvement because we have very now I have to say that it's tight schedule because after Songkran the wing A and wing B may be the good choice to start renovation, which I have complicated planning about the block the area. That in case of public area on building B is the restaurant, it's all day dining. So maybe it's impact to the guests. That's why I need to make it safe for the guests and the operator to use the other area during that improvement or renovation.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kunsucha, we should really discuss this with a hotel team on this musical jigsaw problem, because I can answer only part of it, which is very technical. I am sure you can answer from the construction point of view what is good, what is not good. Hotel operation need to answer how they are going to operate when wing A and wing B is closed in terms of F&B, in terms of other guest facility. So just to give you an example, that these two restaurants, the sales restaurant and Bon Appetito, when they are closed, one or another same time or individually, it will we have to see how many guest rooms during that wing closure, other area is still open, and how many guests will be there, and where you will serve them breakfast. So it's a bit complicated for me to answer. As I said, on a kitchen, I can say yes. For example, you want to close the bakery, where can we move? Where can we operate temporary? That I can answer, but on the restaurant side, it would be bit difficult for me to answer. But maybe it would be good to have during next meeting sometime. You can put this on an agenda, and I will look at the master schedule you had given earlier, and then maybe write some bullet points for discussion. That looking at the report, general facility report, it means we have to renovate every single area. So during that time, when we renovate, where that function goes. So staff canteen, when we renovate, where the staff will eat, where will be temporary staff canteen. When we renovate bakery, where will be temporary bakery. And this is a big job as well from the construction point of view, because wherever you move to temporary location, we have a power, we have a drainage, we have hygienic condition to operate or not. So is a lot of sequence and consideration.
I have so many questions pop up every time I try to revise my logistic plan.
Sure.
Because it impact from all that we expect to renovate, and I'm not so sure that the designer will have complete their document for our tendering and our construction at that moment yet.
I think you are right. Like a master schedule is based on what you have information and what you believe from the construction point of view, how it works. But I would suggest that should invite a hotel operation team and Accor, and obviously Kun Prapin has operated this hotel for 30 years, so she knows very well what is good, what is not good, and really have to do a detailed planning. I mean, I have done renovation for several operating hotel in the past, and give you example, some hotel in Bangkok, when we renovate all day dining, where is the breakfast? And then we say, okay, we can do in a specialty restaurant and split half with the club lounge. Is specialty restaurant big enough? Sometimes we say we do in a ballroom. We do temporary buffet counter in the ballroom. So all these kind of things, we have to rotate this function. To answer your question on documentation, I think we follow the sequence. Once we agree that, for example, we're going to renovate wing B first, just an example, and you say just after Songkran, that means April, mid-April. What that means? That means we should have a contractor on board by November or December. I'm talking kitchen contractor. I don't know about MEP and main contractor.
Interior, yes.
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying that is we should not close the hotel without everything on hand at site, because the biggest mistake in renovation happened. One of my project in Bangkok right now, I will not tell you the name.
That's fine.
They already closed the restaurant. We had tender out in 2021, and I was pushing them to get MEP contractor on board and kitchen contractor. So we sign off all shop drawing, kitchen contractor order the material and is ready. So when you close, it's like fighting in the war, like Songkran, right? You just remove the old material, main contractor go, he hack the floor, do the new tile, do the new waterproofing, whatever. And MEP put his plumbing, and then kitchen guy comes. Now they are still talking about MEP contractor. The restaurant is already closed. So kitchen shop drawing is not approved because they just appoint kitchen contractor only few weeks ago. So what I'm saying is we should work backward. If you want to close mid-April, it means we
Right.
should have a contractor by November on hand or December.
Yes.
So you are confident that when you close, when your countdown start, everyone has a work. No one is waiting for approval. No one is waiting for material. No one have any excuse, and your team can go to the site every day and say, hey, why this is not done, because everything is ready. So this is how I would recommend, and we can go area by area. But before you decide that, we need to agree on this musical chair, that if wing B is closed, and how many other wing guest rooms are open, how many total guests, whether we can do breakfast in wing E, whether we have any other option, whether we're going to use a ballroom for breakfast. For example, if we use ballroom for breakfast, what is the kitchen support we need, temporary support? So all these questions need to be discussed. I think it will be a half-day meeting, believe me, because a lot of projects, we talk, it goes, because operation, sometimes they will also, like you said, every time they think new question will come, like when you look at master schedule, when operation look at that, every time they say, oh my God, I didn't think this, I will need that. Just sharing my experience on a lot of ongoing.
That word discussion.
Yeah, right.
Thank you very much for your comment and suggestion.
Welcome.
If that's all from you to present, I appreciate for your dedication.
Welcome.
Chonapat, do you have any question? Also with ช่างสวง
No.
มีคำถามอะไรไหมครับ
Not yet.
Okay, thank you, Kap. After we send report next week, and then again, as I said, we are working on these options for the redesign or replanning of the kitchen area, which also we can update in the next meeting, Kap.
One more thing about the schedule. I think you didn't send me the
planning schedule. Yeah, okay. Yes. I will send you, Kap. But we will comply with whatever we agree during our discussion on your priority. So I will send you my generic schedule, but we can speed up once you say, oh, I need wing B first, or I need.
That's what I expect to talk to you too. That I will prioritize and get approval.
Yeah, Kap. Okay, no problem, Kap. From our side, you have full support, Kap.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Kap.
Okay, we appreciate for this wordful meeting.
Thank you, Kap.
If you have any new idea or pop-up question, you can raise in the email too.
Yeah, okay, Kap. I will have a discussion with Kun Sukri and my team on the schedule and on the priority and on temporary work, or how we will prepare some information for you, Kap, and send
one last question I just pop up. Kap. In case that during this planning or design,
Kap.
if the operator they have some idea to develop or change something in the kitchen, what do you think or suggestion?
If you remember last time when we had a meeting and they want to change something, so I said I want to know what they want to change so we can tell them, and I think Chef was there and GM was there and Echo team. We don't want them to buy anything which we think we cannot reuse in new design. But if they say they want to buy blast chiller or one combi oven, no problem. We know we will need it in new design. So if they tell me what they want to buy now, I can say, yes, this is good decision. But if they say want to buy some special equipment and we don't see the need in the future in new design, then is waste of money. So I would like to, spend Kunprapin's money wisely, that it's
Right.
nothing is, later on say, oh, why?
Appreciate for that.
Yeah. I mean, I was very clear, and I think Accor agree, and on that day, the GM and chef team also agree. I said, don't rush for buying. You didn't have for many years, so you can live without that for another 4 months, in my opinion. Unless something key equipment is broken down, as I said, if combi oven is broken down and they said, oh, this is already affecting our breakfast production or a food production for breakfast, yes, I would say, yeah, but we need to see their list and then we can give our opinion or comments.
I think the point in terms of the master plan, the location of the receiving area is so limited for us to plan for both construction people and operator people.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we have to deliver the material as well.
Yeah,
we have to load the material to renovate the building.
Yeah.
So I just plan for slightly other area, but the circulation in the building is so.
Kunsucha, what would be good is if we take a master plan and then just example, you say you want to renovate wing B, so we highlight that as a red area, okay, and everything else, whatever is going to be operated, is green area, and other area which is going to be affected, not closed but going to be affected, is an orange color. Then we just take that as one example, and then we say, okay, wing B, what is my access route for my worker? Where is the material access? Okay, and how we do the hoarding, where my guest is walking from wing E to the beach side, and all these things we think. That is one part in a construction logistics. Second is operation logistics. So I say, oh, if we are going to close the wing B, where is my food material going to be delivered during that time? Can I deliver at wing E? Can I have a temporary area somewhere? Not necessary in the hotel building. We can have a temporary shed, created with some roof. And after I receive, where my food goes, where I store it, where I do my bakery, where my staff eat, then we will identify these functions in a green zone or an orange zone, because they are not closed, they are going to be operated. Then
Then this kind of cross section is happening in my planning all the time.
Right, and then you go to the next step. So you say, okay, when wing B is finished, now I'm going to renovate wing E. So wing E becomes the red color, wing B becomes a green color, wing whatever other area is a blue color or orange color. Then we think, okay, wing E doesn't have much effect because it didn't have a bakery, didn't have a food prep, but it has impact on a breakfast. We cannot have a second, restaurant open. So what do we do, and how your construction people go there? What is the access? How we do the hoarding? So it's like a slide, one after another. Wing goes in from the red to the green, green to the orange or whatever. And that's how I would say we should do. And when you do that master planning strategy on closing and opening which wing, operation have to think their part, I have to think my part. And then we have to put so many layers on top of that. And then we can have a grand strategy. And then we decide, okay, now we focus only on wing B and make sure that we have a contractor by November. because Wing E, we still have another 2 more months time. We can have a package 2 for kitchen. Like, for example, I'm doing Millennium Patong, which is a 600 room hotel. And we have like 3 packages for kitchen because the timeline is different. The interior design schedule was different. So we supported PM and owners team, whatever was their priority.
Right,ครับ
Yeah.
That's so great that you make a better clear picture for us too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. If anybody don't have any question, I suggest we can complete this meeting.
Okay.
And we will issue the minute
Okay.
of this meeting to you all ครับ
Okay.
Thank you very much ครับ
Okay.
for joining us ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ Thank you much